Let us study pollination in detail, how it happens. Now we have gynoecium. Gynoecium, what is the part of gynoecium? Pistil or carpel. Now what are the parts of a carpel? It is stigma, which is sticky. This stigma is very much sticky. Then it is the style. Then it comes the swollen ovary. Now inside the ovary are ovules. Okay, so this is the structure of a carpel. The female reproductive organ, that is carpel or pistil. Now come to the male reproductive organ, which is the androecium. What is the part of androecium? Androecium is stamens. What is this? Stamen. Now stamen has got upper lobed part, that is the anther. This is the anther. Now what does anther contain? Anther contains pollen grains, and the stamen has a filament also. Slender stalk-like structure, which is filament. Now anther contains pollens, yellow powder-like pollens, small structures, spherical structures. When the anther matures, when this anther matures and bursts open, then when it bursts open, the pollen grains move. Now pollen grains, where do they have to go? They have to reach the stigma, which is sticky. How should they reach? Through insects like bees, butterflies. In your book it is the insects are shown. I'll show that also. Bees and butterflies take these pollen grains on their bodies, and when they sit on another plant, what do? They take the pollen grains to the stigma. They rub the pollens on the stigma. The pollen grains go on the stigma, which is sticky, does not let it go anywhere. This pollen grain goes straight inside the ovary. Now how can a pollen grain move inside the ovary? The pollen grains, they develop a tube inside the style and reaches the ovules, where they fuse together to form seeds. So this is about pollination. Sometimes what happens, the stamen and the androecium are in one flower only. They get the pollen's transfer takes place in one flower only. We call it self-pollination. Okay. When the transfer of pollen grains to the stigma takes place in same flower, we call it self-pollination. Then if in different flowers, these two flowers are different, then we call them cross-pollination. So two types of pollination are there, self and cross-pollination. Then why do we need pollination? We need pollination so that pollens and ovules, they fuse together. They fuse together, form a zygote, which develops into seeds. You must have seen the seeds in fruits, children. So for the fruit formation, what is required? Pollination. Pollination is needed for fruit formation. Okay, one more time. See, what is pollination? Pollination is the transfer of pollen grains to the sticky stigma, where when the pollen grains reaches there, they reach the ovary and fuse with ovules. And when they are fusing with ovules, what happens? They form seeds. Now how do the pollens get transferred? Sometimes through insects, through air, through insects. Insects like butterflies and bees. You know that bees and butterfly, they sit on flowers, and when they sit on flowers, they collect the pollen grains and then again sit on the stigma and carry the pollens. Okay, why is transfer of pollen grain to stigma necessary? For the formation of seed and fruits. So this is all Children, remember, pollen and ovule, when they fuse together, they form what? Seeds. Okay, and seeds, where do you find? Inside the fruit. So for fruit formation, what is required? Pollination. This was something about pollination, children. We will study from the book.